Hi friends, welcome to my garden. I wanted to come to you and talk to you about yarrow today, since that is what is blooming in my garden right now. It is one of my most favorite plants, and of course, I will say that about every plant, because they really all are my favorites. So I wanted to tell you about yarrow, Achillea millefolium is the botanical name. It's magical powers that it has. I mean, this plant is so helpful to those who run really hot, that have high pitta, or that are quick to anger, or that have a lot of inflammation, right? It's really good for those who have a lot of congestion, maybe in their lymphatic system, or they carry a lot of water around. It tones the blood vessels. It helps expel out excess mucus. It tones the mucous membranes within the stomach and the bowels, and it's really good to reduce fevers, especially in children. So if you have a fever during a cold or a flu or some sort of infection, yarrow is really good to help open up the pores. It's called a diaphoretic. It acts as it induces perspiration to leave the body, especially at the pores. So it's really good for reducing blood pressure as well. So, you know, you can tell a lot about a plant just by looking at it and observing it. And one of the things that I immediately see, especially this morning when I walked by it, was this beautiful white radiating flowers. And they are all facing the sky. All of them. It's as if they have their arms out reaching for the sky, reaching for that divine light, absorbing sun. And when you're absorbing the sun, it actually gets drawn down into the earth. And then, if you look further, there's a main stem, and then there's stems coming out. But this leaf, it resembles stitches. So one of the things that it's also really good for is if you have a little wound or a cut and you're walking in the woods, because this plant grows everywhere in the world pretty much, you can chew up those leaves a little bit, and then you can make a poultice and put it on your wound, and it will help stop bleeding. It also helps stop bleeding internally as well when you make a tea. So you have these white radiating flowers absorbing light, and then you have these beautiful leaves that resemble stitches. And it also is really good. Look how airy the leaf is. So it's for those who need a little extra air in their life to lighten up, you know, or just to let things release out of them rather than, you know, absorbing it and getting stuck in that angry, fiery passion. You know, most of the time inflammation is caused by actually an inhibition of movement, right? So the inflammation is a response from things not circulating properly, and the body's trying to repair itself. And then it causes inflammation. So inflammation is not the cause of the problem. It's actually an inhibition of circulation in particular areas that induce an inflammatory response. So yarrow helps with that. It's also an excellent flower essence. I use it a lot in flower essence remedies for people. And it's really good for those who are very sensitive to their outer environments. You know, it helps one with seasonal allergies, or if there's a lot of chaotic energy. You know, it just helps create maybe more of a protection. It helps solidify and really, so they gain their own confidence in their own inner radiance, so people stop taking on those energies. You know, it's really good for those who are counselors or teachers, those who are incredibly intuitive. You know, some of us just can't help it. That's just how we are. I think we're all naturally intuitive. Some may be more aware of it than others, but we are humans. Having a spiritual experience, or a spiritual experience is happening to the humans. But it's really good for, you know, kind of bringing up that and holding that radiance of light that you already have in you. and really solidifying it. So Yarrow flower essence also helps those who, have a lot going on in the top part of their body, maybe highly intuitive, thinking a lot, not being able to communicate well. It helps solidify all of that and bring it down to the rest of the body so they can ground out and solidify in their own truth. But also on a physical level, it's very nutritive because it has a way of tapping down its roots into the earth and really grabbing nutrients. So it is a nutritional plant as well, containing vitamins. So one of the things I wanted to leave you with today with Yarrow, if you really want to get in tune with this plant, my suggestion is to actually just sit next to it and be quiet and just listen for what it would like to share with you. That's a way you can connect to the earth, slow down, sit, and listen. But the mantra of Yarrow today that comes to me is, I am protected and strengthened by Yarrow's white light. I hope you all have a beautiful day.